I don't know if you boys are ready.
Are you ready for this?
She wasn't ready! She wasn't ready!
Welcome to Brentham TV, your intimate view into last week's cricket. We have Kitty presenting this show to you.
Think overall. No, you're done bowling. You don't need to give the look anymore. We just want your opinion on the game. He had another Kerry moment.
He is pretty much the Borat of the cricketing world, as you will soon find out. So let's get right into it.
Take us through the ones match today.
Well, it started off, we turned up at the meet time at 11:15. Some people were late. We had a very good warm-up. Matt went up for the toss because Tom wasn't here. The opposition captain called, and he called incorrectly. Matt then won the toss, and we fielded first. Matt had the first over. The first over, legs came down the leg side.
Tell me you didn't just say that.
The second over was bowled by Yogi.
Wait, you say legs came down the leg side?
Runs came down the leg side.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the second over was bowled by Yogi. And again, the legs came down the leg side. Matt bowled the next over. It was an okay over. Do you want to take me through every single over?
No.
Oh, sorry. You talking you through the game.
Yeah. So take us through it. Yeah.
Okay. The game against Southampton today was a really entertaining game. We fielded first. Jay Street picked up a fifer. This guy here, fifer, bowled brilliantly, and then wrapped it up 90 all out.
What's your message for the team going forward next week?
God, I haven't talked through the second innings yet.
Well, one can only apologize for that shocking display of reporting there. I will say this much: he plays cricket better than he commentates. Long story short, we skittled Southampton out for 90, chased it down with just 2 down, Ashwin with a 54 and Jazz contributing 19 to it. More importantly than that, the Twos finally won a game this season. Even more importantly than that, Atif can finally wash his kit.
Jivo,
More with Kiri.
how are you feeling about your first win of the season?
It was great. Pretty happy.
Talk us through it. So what happened during the game?
We batted first. Got 160. Wheelo batted very well for his 87. Batted
Your innings today, mate.
To quote Harris Lambie, it was a very scratchy 87.
What was the game plan, mate?
Game plan was just bat overs, bat time. Was not an easy deck to bat on, so I just thought I'd stick around, and nobody else did. So.
Wheelo, what happened to that stumping?
So what is your message?
This thing's blinding me. I can't see.
So what is your message?
Moving further away isn't going to help.
So what is your message for Jivo as a skipper?
Good job today. Really good job. Some great fielding changes, great bowling changes. It all seemed to work out. So very.
14 for 1 off 1 over. Boat snipped off a guy caught at long off. Oh, sorry, mid off. They were about 20 for 2, and then put on a decent little partnership. But Atif bowled brilliantly all the way through, kept it really tight. And we'd got them 9 down for about 90. And the rain came. Didn't look like we would get back on. We were arguing with them, they obviously didn't want to play.
So,
when we did manage to get back on, luckily Bopes got that wicket first ball. Everyone went mad, and then it started raining.
So what do you think you did differently today that you didn't do for the whole season?
We won.
Oh, yes!
Nice.
Yes!
You are my fire, your one desire. Believe when I say I want it that way.
And the color colored girls go do 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 do.
Why have you still got two hats on? You're not sure, are you?
Well, it's just the way it happened to be. We're all sugar. Why have you got the one hat?
Traditionally, one hat is the rule.
Rule?
Well, it's the traditional method of wearing one hat at a time.
This is usually the portion where we would interview the third team skipper, who thus far has proven nothing but successful. However, having lost by 98 runs to Wickham House, as can be seen, he has fallen back to his life of gambling and drugs. Best not to approach him, I say.
Take us through your spell today.
My first over was a maiden. First ball of the second over went for a 6.
How was your spell today?
My spell was, as it usually is, mainly perfect. Their overseas player, who apparently is quite good, used to play for Brentham. Haas, I believe his name was.
It is Has. And you know what the interesting thing is, Richard?
I don't know. Tell me.
You had 2 spells. You had a
spells.
first spell in which he bowled brilliantly.
Spell 1, brilliant.
His second spell
as expected.
wasn't invoked by the captain.
I told the skipper that I needed to be on if
Because
a certain batsman was facing. I said I'd get him out. Fair enough. Took 3 balls.
Brilliant.
And then
brilliant.
I bowled my stock ball at their overseas pro, you know, the one that swings in, pitches middle and leg, leaves the batsman,
To be
hits
fair,
the top of off.
To be fair,
And
that
it
stop
did the
ball was
trick.
doing a lot more. So the ball started off having left Rich's hand up here. I mean, he's a lot taller than me, so up here, right there, up there. The ball left his hand. At this point, the ball thought, I'll go left. And then thought, nah, fake left, go right. So then it's doing this all throughout the air, right? As it pitches,
It started reciting the Quran.
it did something. It did something weird. And like, it must have done that because the batsman just went, like he'd just seen a terrorist or something.
He left
right?
it.
Because he left it. A ball that's going straight through his stumps, right? He left it. Now,
And this man is meant to be a professional.
he's a professional. They pay this guy to play cricket. Yeah?
Apparently.
I
I was.
mean, neither do I.
No.
What are you going to do?
And that was it, really. That was game over.
Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. It's not warm when he's away. There ain't no sun.
Got him, yes, clean ball. Stick that up your ass, Tony Greg. Line Rangers into silver, clean ball.
Right, Jack Solomon, Dev League skipper. So take us through the game result today, mate. How'd it go?
We lost. We were unlucky. They had a better team, more adults. We had a really good young team, and they played really well. Bowled and fielded very well. We need to get the top 4 getting runs because they didn't get as many runs as needed, and they got us off to a poor start in the chase.
So tell us whether you want Hitchcock in your side next week or not.
No comment.
Interesting. And who was your man of the match?
Freddie, great debut, 3 for. Helped change the game, bowled really well.
Any message for the fans, and what do you reckon they should expect from you for the rest of the season?
We're going to win our next 4.
What is your mission for the rest of the season for the Twos? What kind of plan do you think the Twos should
The girl them skill out, Thunderball. Some give it to, some give it to, some give it to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls.
Every to your heart when you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing gonna happen. Tell me why ain't nothing gonna mistake. Tell me why